Let's go. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did an AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. Next level. One of the best. Next level. I'm coming for everything. Everything. I am the place. Remember me.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top.
I'm like, nah, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take them home. I hop up in the car and whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one kind of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one kind of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like I wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no time cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hell the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one kind of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Gun. Stop.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter, as that's a first down.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down with a sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of the...
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Burrow on play action. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Ready? 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They go play action with Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Odafe-Oweh. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And they will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they go play action now. Burrow. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
11 MT.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Here's McPherson now to send it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Play action. Now Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down, here's Jackson. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try and get the upset win.
Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle.
Here we go.
But they allow the conversion. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 75. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 35. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run here with Dobbins. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay from 13 yards out. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take...
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
That's good for 28 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Always got some breathing room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
63 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And now they will throw it with Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Dobbins running out of the gun. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at the 34.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's got some space here. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go.
A gain of 12. And a Bengal first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
Gun. Cut.
Mixon on the toss right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That gain on third down, good for 28.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. From the gun, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Bulldozes past him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Cincinnati.
They'll give it to Mixon. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do